Dixo presenta UGH number 88, Saying Goodbyes. We will miss you, Jesus, MocaChief, and guests. Nos vemos pronto.
As we wind it up, though, I am going to go around the room and one last time, let's say, one last time, and get some final words from the speakers. So anything you'd like to say, really, to the listeners, to each other, to the space for the recording, speaking to things that we've shared all these Mondays. So I'll go around the room and let's go ladies first. How about that? And we'll start with Crypto Sheep. Not playing. Start with Crypto Sheep. How are you doing, brother? I'm just going to check in on you, and then we're going to go to ladies like Natalie and Miss 3B and Credo. But Crypto Sheep, are you still there, bro?
Yes, sister, I'm here.
Did you catch Natalie calling Machi sister the other day?
Yeah, I saw that. Like, the vibes are always good, and I'm gonna miss you, G. And good luck with the private stuff. And
yeah,
and the Mocaverse Monday, we're gonna miss it. And I think the takeaway is that missionaries over mercenaries. I think that's a good take. And I think a lot of us will keep fighting the good fight, and we will see how far we can bring it together. But definitely gonna miss this space.
I love that take. The missionaries over mercenaries. Absolutely. You know, I belong to, as I mentioned, a mystery school, a traditional order, a chivalric order also. And we read a lot of, the work of the philosophers and the luminaries of our times. And sorry, something's going outside of my house right now. One of the works that we're encouraged to study is the work of Darwin, right? And so people always attribute, and this shows you how ignorant people can be, or how, the consensus and the great conversation can be off, is that survival of the fittest is attributed, that's the take that people got from Origin of Species. And Darwin actually only mentions, that notion or that concept in that book only, I forget what it is, it's like 3 or 4 times only. And on the other hand, what is mentioned and what is noted as being, the success of the various species is that interspecies, especially altruism, right? It's altruism that is the success of life. And so it's not survival of the fittest, very much the opposite. It's interspecies cooperation and altruism and everything that leads to this, the flourishment and whatnot of life. So I absolutely love that take. And if that's the take, that we need more missionaries and less mercenaries. Let's end it with that sentiment. Thank you, Crypto Sheep. Sorry, something really weird going outside of my house. For those that don't know, that's been part of this journey too, the interruptions of the hood that I live in, and that can include all kinds of things, including violent assaults and etc. So yeah, I'm just a little bit prung right now listening to what's going on outside my house. Anyway, let's go to the ladies, and let's start with Miss 3B and Credo, who have given their time and are on Mocaverse company time at this point, and really, really thank them for not only being here, but for their support, for bringing the support of the Mocaverse. I have not received undisclosed payments, as Machi accuses me of, from the Mocaverse or the Sandbox. I stated earlier, received gifts from MocaChief, and I have had my Twitter subscription paid for by Mocaverse for this United Grand Halls Mocaverse Hall channel. We have the verification paid for by Mocaverse. So we've only the only success we have in terms of support in this space is from MocaChief and from the Mystery B, Credo, and gang at Mocaverse. So thank you very much for this. It has, it's the thought that counts, and that really, really counted for me along this journey. So thank you. And we're going to throw it to you. Let's go Mystery B first, and then we'll go to Credo, my oldest and longest friend in the Mocaverse, and then go on to the other filthy boys after Natalie too is another female. Miss 3B, over to you.
No, I just wanted to say thanks to G, who's been G'ing the G for the past 88 weeks. Actually, probably more than 80. I think by the time G actually started counting these spaces, it was 88. But then I think way before that, there were a ton of other spaces. I don't know what to say, not because I don't know what to say, but because maybe G, check out my long ass messages in my DMs. Let me know how we can help. Yeah, like, read my message. I'm shy about sharing it here, so, but yeah, just my heartfelt messages for you.
Thank you, Miss 3B. You've been, Natalie says, sister, you've been my sister for real through this. And it's it means so much to have the support, especially from a big organization like Mocaverse, who, shows up when there's 3 people in the space. It's like, all right, well, cool. These guys are about it. These guys really, really walk the walk. I can't speak to it. With all due respect to Bobby Kunta and others, you really are kind of peerless at the CM role. So thank you, Mr. B. Look forward to reading your long ass text and getting into it in terms of what's going on personally, way forward, etc. So that's something I look forward to, Mr. B. Thank you for everything. And getting me choked up. How about Miss Credo? Let's go to Miss Credo. See what she's gonna do to my emotions.
My main takeaway, honestly, just to be able to hear your voice on these spaces again. And I don't want to make it sound like, we'll never see each other again or anything. Well, obviously, everyone will still be around. So I just hope, everything goes smoothly, or you're able to sort out everything that's happening. There's a lot of things happening in life that we sometimes overlook when it comes to working in crypto, or just being involved in Web3. But it's always like desperate times, or like these kind of times where you realize how important it is when it comes to your family or your personal life. I'm just nothing but grateful to have you with me on the on the stage for the Mint, helping me through one of the most difficult times in my life. Not being able to answer people, etc. You know the drill. But yeah, it's always like a pleasure to be here. Also, thank you to MocaChief as well. I know he's not here right now, but still, shout out to him. And I just can't wait to see, we'll be able to gather again, and maybe it'll be in a different format, or it'll be like a pivot from the existing kind of direction. But I'm sure we'll be able to, cook something up again, and it's going to be just as fun as it's always been.
100%. I love that. Thank you. And absolutely, catch you on the flip side, as they say, on the next big one. But it's very much Web3 reminds me a lot of motion pictures in the community, right? We are a relatively small community, and a lot of people in the community, the directors that do their work, especially say it's like going to war, right? And that's not to discount the experience of going to war. What they mean really is that you give up your families, you give up so much, you make expenses that you wouldn't ordinarily do, in sacrifices, and you just go into the so-called trenches and just devote yourself. And you put all those other barriers that normally exist aside. It's that intimate, right? You'll ring up somebody like Credo, or be like, yo, jump on the stage, man, I need you to hold it down. And like, not that she did that, but if somebody falls asleep on the stage or whatever, it's just like you're that close. And so that's something that I can't say that I haven't been compensated or haven't gleaned anything. There's been no value to my time spent here. Not at all. It's completely the opposite, because I've gotten to become acquainted, at the very least, with some illustrious people like Machi or yourselves, the panel here. And, the leaders of all the chains during the elections, countless notorious figures in our space. So yeah, really, really about the people in the journey, and I look forward to the next iteration. Hearing people like All City, talk about other projects like Black Mirror and stuff. So I think whatever my next iteration is, may have something to do with film. So we'll look forward to that too. And I think there's a lot of nexus points with Mocaverse and what I hope to do to create some kind of industry. Certainly. So look forward to that. And thank you, Crypto Credo. For those that don't know, Crypto Credo was doing what Mystery B did before Mystery B arrived, and a lot of other things. And we spent our mint on a stage in the Discord. The mint took a little longer than normal, and so I ended up falling asleep. And it's just like a super fond memory, something I'll never forget. Thank you, Crypto Credo. Love you. And the next person we're going to go to is Natalie. Natalie, my other sister. How? What do you have to offer as we wrap up? And that's for not only me but to the other listeners and to each other. They've shared these Mocaverse Mondays. She went back to bed.
Shout out to Credo and Mr. Z. I cannot leave this stage for this final Mocaverse. We just call it, this is really the Mocaverse like Monday stage slash UGHH, even though anyways. It's been a pleasure to get to know y'all. Like, not that I have any shade for other ladies in the space, but like y'all just dynamite and show up all the time and show up like as yourselves, and like I can't give nothing but kudos to y'all. It's been such a pleasure getting to know y'all, and this is not a goodbye to y'all. I'm just sharing my gratitude for y'all. Secondly, only y'all, probably maybe like Big Bull, well, Crypto, she'd be up at night sometimes too, can get me up super early in the morning and me not be like aggravated because I'm not a morning person, but I show up because I love being in community with y'all, and it's been a hell of a ride the last few years that we've been here together. And so last thing I'll say is this, is that Web3 has evolved so much from the time that I've, even before they called it Web3, have gotten here, and it's been a lot of bumps and roads. It's been a roller coaster ride. So I just encourage people to understand, people have their motivations, but most of us who come here every day and show up for ourselves and each other come here because we believe in the power of like what Web3 can do, and we believe in some of us believe in the underpinnings of like the blockchain and Bitcoin and crypto, whatever that is for you. I just hope y'all keep showing up and like keep building and doing all the things and supporting each other, because y'all can look for a messiah if you want to, but it's really you and you and you and you and you that make this thing go. And also shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Sandbox Dow and Kunta and Money and MocaChief and so many other people that are here listening to us yip yap. And so, and G, as always, here to support you. I know you're going through a lot, but I got you. So you can hit me up anytime you need a LOL. I got you. If you need me to call somebody's sister on stage, I got you. So, and I'm always here in support, and it's always love. And so Crypto Chief always, and Big Fool always. And so that's all I gotta say before I like start getting emotional. And then y'all see like the non like gangster Natalie. We're not gonna do that today. So I appreciate y'all.
I want to see the soft, vulnerable Natalie.
Nah, we ain't doing that today.
The soft white underbelly. No, I appreciate you, Natalie.
There's none of that.
Okay, GSS, I think I'm going to help you out here before you dig yourself way into that hole.
It's a metaphor.
That's a black hole, bro. Sister, we're not going there.
All right. It's a metaphor. Maybe an old-timey one. But yeah, no, the love is there in return, and we will definitely be convening again on spaces, whether that's our spaces coming under a new brand, a new iteration, or others. So yeah, always appreciate you, Natalie. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting these spaces and giving the what is sometimes the take that isn't spoken, people are shying away from, that aren't ready to go there, etc. So always appreciate you for that, especially Natalie, and doing it in a way that is gangster, like you said, but it's also with a tone that is not completely, how can I say, unpalatable, right? Sometimes when people get contentious on stages, you'll see the audience just leave immediately. It's really uncomfortable to listen to on recordings, especially. So you've always done it with some kind of grace and allowing everybody to have their dignity, and sometimes humorous too. So thank you, Natalie. Really, really appreciate you being the opposition party and the love party at the same time. Really, really appreciate you. And I don't want to forget Izzy, who is another, I don't want to presume gender here, but I'm going to get into all kinds of trouble today. But I do want to throw it to Izzy and welcome their remarks here. It's funny because we have a lot of work to do in the United Grand Hall's Mocaverse Hall was dedicated to the ApeCoin DAO in the meantime and in between time until we rolled out our own DAO, which is still rolling out. So job's not done, as Kobe says, but job's not done, Izzy. We'll be back, and we're here to support Mocha Foundation, Mocha DAO in any way. Holler at us, and we'll be available upon simple request. Work out some programming together and put together spaces, and maybe even do so regularly. But we have been supported by Mocaverse, and we will support in return, and that includes you and anything you need. Like I said, we're here on simple request.
Thanks, G. I just want to express a lot of appreciation for everything you do in our community and for providing this really awesome open platform for people to discuss, debate, share thoughts on what's happening in Web3 and with DAOs. And like you said, the work's not done. We're still working, grinding over here with the team. So I'm thankful for all the support that you and the rest of the community provide us with every day, and wishing you all the best with all of the family matters that you're taking care of. So just take care of yourself and take all the time you need. And likewise, we'll be here, and we look forward to the next time that we can hear your voice and also collaborate with you in any way. So thank you.
Thank you, Izzy. That's very kind of you, and I do appreciate that. And we shall see. I'm honestly, I think a lot of people, I almost feel like doing a special space about what's going on with my mother. And I think this will be something a lot of people around the world start to deal with. It's being introduced in France and other countries now. So, the idea that people can choose when they're going to end their life, and you can sort of build your life around that to an extent is an interesting thing, because I'm not sure how I feel about a lot of different parts of it, but interesting. And I really appreciate everyone's remarks that have brought those here on this stage. Thank you, Izzy. And here for you, I don't think that what is going on in my personal life will be an obstacle to supporting Mocaverse. So yeah, here for it, and thank you again. Let's go to another Mocha as we close it out. Talented Mr. Ricky, thank you again. Really appreciate you, and I know you're not a man of, or you don't like to speak on these stages at length, but I do invite you to bring any closing remarks here, especially for the recording. Like you said, you show up to be part of the community, and really that's what we've been to, because with all the changes, especially we see it now, like, you just got to keep up at a certain point sometimes. So we've done that together, right, as a group, and just showed up just to see what happens sometimes, and enjoy the ride. And that's been better with you. Sometimes it's been like 3-4 people in the spaces, and that includes you. And it's just been super appreciated. So thank you, brother, from the bottom of my heart.
Hey, man. Good luck. God bless. I hope everything works out for you, and I'm sure it will. You have a knack for staying positive, which will take you a long way. So thanks for all you do.
Yeah, thank you, bro. And I do 100% believe in that. All things meant to be, including your challenges, they're all meant for you, and they're meant for you because you can overcome them, right? So here to, if not overcome them, glean the lessons, right? So I'll come out a better person, undoubtedly. It's certainly a changed one. Thank you. If you find any deals on homes in Canada that I could afford, let me know. I'm starting to look as far as the prairies. There's nothing in Vancouver.
We, my company sells tiny homes, and we ship them worldwide. So you let me know.
We are going to be in touch. We are going to be in touch. Yeah, I do have access to 5 acres in Washington. I need something on. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk. Let's go, bro. All right. All things meant to be, and there was the thing that I'm cleaning the most today. That's an urgency for me. Thank you. You never know where help is going to come from. Awesome. Thank you, bro. And let's go over to Big Bull, and we got Crypto Sheep, and then I think winds us out. So, oh no, we got Sandbox DAO, Kunta, and let's go to Kunta first, actually, because they are out in NF. Are you still in Lisbon, by the way, Kunta, Bobby?
Nope, back in Cali. Just got back last.
Oh, love it. Well, speaking of friendships that won't be terminated with this final episode, Bobby, I do look forward to coming your way. I may make it out to Ape Fest, which would be on the road. As I said, I'll stage my journey from hopefully a new tiny home just across the border here in Washington, and I will make my way down through California, down to Vegas. And so I really hope to link up with you along the way and tip one, put one in the air, whatever it is, and become even more acquainted. I really have grown to like you as a person, and really here again, as I said to Mocaverse, to support you upon simple request. Holler. As you know, I'm going through some stuff in the next couple of weeks, but other than that, we'll get our debate together and etc. I'm here for it, and yeah. Thank you for being here, brother. And any final closing remarks for this Mocaverse Monday final episode?
No, I sign off the Digging in the Sand podcast by saying I love you all, Sam fam, because I do feel like we need to normalize just some love in the space. Everybody's filled with all the emotions. We got to remember that love can be simple, it can be kind, and it can be for somebody whose hand you've never never shook. So all that said, if you're driving through Cali, I'm in the far north corner. I'm about 9 hours out from Vegas, maybe 10. I love the drive through the desert, man. I might even roll with you. So you let me know. And that's it. So I love all y'all Ape fam, all y'all Mocha fam. I gave away a bunch of Sandbox DAO socks. Anybody I saw wearing their Ape and Mocha gear, any of our Animocha family out in Lisbon. It was a great time. So, love y'all fam. We'll leave it there.
I love it. And definitely scoop you up. We might be making this a caravan trip. So if that's the case, definitely we're going to try and scoop you up. We might even, even if you don't want to come, you might end up in an RV too far away from home to say no, and too close to Vegas to say no. No, looking forward to the future and what that brings for both of us. And love, absolutely about that. I don't believe in evil or anything like that. I believe in goodness and altruism, as mentioned, as being paramount to our success and happiness. Also believe in ignorance being, frankly, the root of all so-called evil. And so I think us getting together, you speaking to all these issues across these stages that you're involved in now, it really does help dispel so much ignorance. Really thank you, Bobby, for your work, and couldn't think of a better person to be leading the Sandbox DAO in these uncertain DAO times. So thank you, Bobby. Looking forward to it. And let's throw it to Big Bull. Let's go Big Bull, and then we'll go Crypto Sheep to close it out. But Big Bull, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for bringing all these brilliant takes, doing the hard work always of doing the research and the work of like the posting and the banter back and forth on some of these issues, and speaking on the points that often I don't know if it's people don't raise them out of fear of rocking the boat, or if they don't get it, or if they can't articulate it. But you've really been able to articulate things that absolutely need to be articulated and aren't being for some reason. If you feel me there, thank you, Big Bull. And yeah, over to you for closing remarks on this final episode of the Mocaverse Monday, but not final step in our journey, right?
Yeah, thank you. And, I'd like to see this is sort of evolved. Hope everything goes well with your family, or as well as it can. The way that everyone conducts themselves in these spaces in a kind of like friendly family vibe. I mean, I think that's what Mocha has, right? And it's I was impressed that Mocaverse does that, and that energy, which was, I guess, came out from a sort of more Asian thinking or mindset, but through you has now sort of spread around the world. And I appreciate that. Appreciate you, and thank you. And let's as they say, you'll see the light.
Yeah, you know what, Big Bull, you just reminded me that all things meant to be. Again, thank you, and love that. See the light, and would love to know how to say that in Chinese. And so that brings me to a point. We do have MocaCN here who I wanted to thank, but I would love to thank them in their own language. So I'm going to say some stuff and maybe you can translate it to an extent and give those remarks to MocaChief and the other people who might tap into the recording or other people who speak in other languages, Mandarin, etc. So MocaCN also wanted to thank you and definitely invite you to come up to the stage. I'm going to send you an invite even if you want to come up and give any final remarks on this last Mocaverse Monday. But yeah, I really wanted to thank MocaCN, the individual, the account, the community, the enigma that is MocaCN. MocaCN is like a brother to me, and also MocaCN, the account, represents thousands of individual Mocas and a community. And really, really wanted to thank not only them, but also Miss 3B and others who made those efforts and strived and succeeded in bringing the Asian community and the English-speaking community together on these spaces, even having bilingual spaces. That was a win. That's something in our journey that I think I would state as one of our greatest accomplishments. It was really, really good. I haven't seen it done since. Others like Pewcast and the other players have done it, but I would say not to the extent that we did it and not as successfully as we did it. So shouts out to you guys in the Chinese community, especially, Miss 3B, Credo, and the team here, and MocaCN. Thank you, MocaCN. And I'm not sure, Big Bull, if you want to maybe give some thanks. That was long-winded and all of the place.
Sorry, I didn't realize that was a lot of stuff. So can you give me give me a 30 seconds? Sorry, I was like,
just make something up yourself that sounds better.
Okay, is he joined or is he just listening?
He is, I believe, listening. He's not up on stage, no.
Give me 3 points.
Well, thank you for being here and supporting.
他说MocaCN他就说非常感谢你的那个支持，你支持他在他的那些Mocaverse 的他做那些 X Spaces， 所以他非常感激您的那个这几年的支持。Okay, next point.
And I'm super proud of the accomplishment that we achieved of bringing together the Chinese and English-speaking community and having bilingual spaces. That was a huge win.
Okay, 我非常骄傲，我们能有那些说英文跟说中文的那个社区能融在一起。然后变成一个双语的一个 X Spaces 的一个机会。
谢谢。
Huh?
That was Natalie.
And also, since we're going to go there like that, put on voices. 你好漂亮.
Oh no! Okay, this is Natalie. You need to save him right now. Okay.
Nah.
Yeah,
I'm going to save him.
Right?
I'm going to save him by not translating for him.
Wait,
translation denied.
Do Chinese dudes say "I love you, bro"? Like, is that a thing?
Yeah. Normally they're very drunk if they do that.
You gotta say pause, like the pause game from
yeah.
Okay, I love you. War ID MocaCN. Pause.
Yeah. Normally you have to have a bit of baijiu before you go into that. But
I'm looking forward to that. Trust me. I'm looking forward to hanging out with MocaCN. I am absolutely all about that. Yeah. Well, thank you, Big Bull, and really appreciate you. And we're going to give it to beloved friend and community member, and also huge supporter. And like I said, I've grown to people that you like and who support you and whatever. You become friends in this space. But other times, how can I say? I work in motion pictures. We always say that. It's a meme now. But we have a membership of like, say, 300 people. But there's 100 people that do the job that I do. And I relate more to those people. And so I just wanted to know that like Crypto Sheep and I have a lot in common in terms of what we do outside of this. And so as a builder, I've really related to them and what they've tried to bring to this Web3 space. And so Crypto Sheep.
By the way, quick one. Yeah. I said incorrectly because Jiao is proud, but I did a direct translation. It's not so positive. It can be. You can be a very Jiao, but it can be interpreted both ways. So maybe it's better to say, 自豪 That's like proud, but without no connotation of it being potentially, because proud can be said in Chinese and it can mean positive achievements, but it can also mean arrogance. You know?
Well, I mean, same in ours. Yeah. Good point. Thank you for that nuance.
Can I just say that I'm like super impressed by Big Bull Chinese?
Yo, same.
What the
He
heck?
was texting me. We were like, what the fuck? What's going on?
Now you guys got to watch out. No, you guys got to be on guard. I know how that goes. Japan's my second home, and as soon as people understand the language, they just shut up. They're like, "Oh shit, this one speaks our language." I love it. Thank you, Big Bull. And it really, knowing the nuances is when you know somebody's real. So I love it. Thank you. I wish I could speak some Dutch. The only Dutch I know is nuken in de kuken. So I'm going to throw it to our Dutch correspondent, Crypto Sheep. Thank you, brother, for being here. And if like I said, I'm speaking to the point of how we have some other alignments. Because I think, my journey in Web3 is not over. Web3 is just beginning, all this blockchain stuff. And so whatever I come back as will probably include some 3D digital to physical fabrication, some motion picture type work, and some other things. But you know what I'm talking about. Being a 3D builder is being a 3D builder, and being a builder is being a builder. Crypto Sheep, thank you for being here all the time. And I'm going to throw it over to you to, end the space out with whatever, just, the vibes. And thank you is from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being here.
Well, same for me, G. It is a pleasure to have met you. You've been doing this for months and months and months steady, right? Maybe even years, voluntarily. You have no agenda, no title. You're just building, right? One block at a time. You show up consistently, voluntarily. I think that's very important for people to realize. It's voluntarily, so pure out of the mission, right? And we set out to bridge communities, including myself, but you are also a big part of that. I think, aligned with a lot of, with a lot of visions that we communicated with a lot of different communities to bring them the light, right where there was noise, right? We did it, and I think the work isn't done. We still have the tools in our hands, and what comes next is actually what we decide ourselves. And if we do it with purpose, I think, and that is always the intent, we can keep building for our dream, our vision, that is decentralized, autonomous organizations, that everyone has a voice, small, big, in the middle, and that you can actually create things that you would love to see come to the light. And I think we will never stop building. And again, G, I think the reason you show up every single week, months, years, doing this space, also giving really good takes, same as Big Bull and Natalie and Miss B, but sometimes my takes is a little bit direct. It's more maybe a continental thing. I am aware of that, and it can scare people a little bit. But the intentions are there to push forward, right? And I think this is definitely not done. And on the Sandbox DAO, Kunta, our hope is on you, right? So don't disappoint us. Make sure that we get a good DAO there. And I think we will support. I know we support in the background a lot of things already for years. And we hope to see you succeed. And I think you got our blessings and support, and like G and Big Bull and everyone. Also the Mocha DAO, I'm very, very curious how that works. So our hope is on you guys too. I don't have the accent like Big Bull. I cannot flex with my Asian language. But I wish everyone the best. And hopefully we'll see you in the next show, where that ever show will be.
Absolutely. And if I'm not there, as people who know me well, I like to say, ping me, right? Carry me. I'm old. I'm a geezer, and I need carrying more and more. So trust me, that's my realization. And talented Mr. Ricky asked, why final episode? It's because I just can't. I can't put in what I've been putting in for 5 years now. It's become at the expense of my children and family, and my ability to be, a single father of 3 children. Whereas it was meant to assist. My migration from motion pictures into this space was looking for a new way forward that didn't include me being hemmed up for 14 hours a day, working my ass off and ignoring my kids. It's become a case where to get anywhere, I'm having to put at least that in striving, and I'm not being paid for it. It's completely imprudent, to say the least, and irresponsible as a person who's now unable to pay for a simple mortgage on a home that's already my financial situation has gone from relative riches to rags, let's say, in these 5 years. So it's time to turn that around. But as people maybe Ricky noted, I'm an eternal optimist, and I've been down before, and I don't fold, right? I'm about to stand back up, and you'll catch me on the flip side. But I'll tell you, this is how broke I am. I couldn't buy my kid birthday present last couple weeks. I couldn't buy my mom Mother's Day present for her last Mother's Day gift, nothing, right? So I'm going to have to go from zero to that next level to be the person I was before. And I've gotten to this level in this space. So you can imagine my family sentiment about all this and everything. And so I've got to deal with that. And that's up to all of us as a community in the aggregate to change and dispel. My children were bullish on the metaverse and the sandbox. They were darling members of the community. My daughter was a darling streamer for the community, got like $350 USD on her birthday stream just from tips and donations from the sandbox community. And my son and I, when he was in high school, went through the boot camp course and learned to build and develop in here, and hope to build forward in this new tech and this new all these decentralized autonomous organizations is very idealistic and they're right up my alley. I hope that this space returns to that, and I hope we do find a way forward for people who are looking for that new way. I think a lot of us that came in here during COVID, especially the early adopters of all this, we're looking for a new way forward, and some of us made it, some of us didn't, but it's not necessarily the good ones made it and the bad ones didn't. It's just some of it was apocryphal, as we say, so dubious. So anyway, with that, I do want to thank everybody for being here. Super, super huge thanks to everybody who's been supporting us throughout these the months and what is now years. Crypto Sheep, you're correct there. Years, literally plural. Really, really huge thanks to Mocaverse team who has supported the space with even paying for our subscription for YouTube. So that to honor that, I'll always have this account available ready for use on simple request. Holler, me and MocaChief can spin something up, I'm sure. And it's paid for. Let's use it. You know what I mean? I can't do it on the regular cadence, and doing all the outreach and reaching out to people who and putting together programming for stuff that is happening this fast without team. And as we all know, there's not much support for these types of spaces any longer. So until we get to that level of production where we can be the coffee with captain or the whatever that gets that allocated funding from the Ape Co or whatever entities, we are going to have to retire this and wait for further resource and energizing to restart. So anyway, with all that, thank you very much. Again, appreciate all the speakers we've had over the many, many, many weeks, all the support, all the friends we've made, everything like that. I think the space itself, this channel will remain open. We'll be doing content. We will be active. But more so than following this space, I would say, if you've gotten something from the space today, make sure you go and follow all the folks on the stage here. Connect in the comments. Keep the conversations going in, like, what do we call it? Other corners or ponds of Web3, right? This story does not end here. It's just changing chapters, right? So until then, next chapter's open. Stay safe, stay curious, stay connected. And thank you, everybody. As Crypto Sheep said, it's with love that we do this. And, as Bobby Kunta said, we don't use that word enough. And truly, with love, I wish you all the best and best wishes for success and peace profound.
Thanks for listening to Ape Chain on Chain. This project is powered by the ApeCoin DAO through AIP 572, bringing our community's valuable conversations on chain and also on traditional audio platforms. Rate this episode and/or leave feedback and earn Dixo rewards by visiting the Dixo on-chain platform.